On this note, may I humbly and respectfully call on the leader of the digital economy sector in Nigeria, my boss, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, Fellow Nigeria Computer Society, Fellow British Computer Society, Fellow Institute of Information Management, and Member Computer Professionals Registration Council of Nigeria, as the chief host of this event, to give us his keynote address. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy.
Permit me to begin by recognizing our brother here, Professor Pantami, and also the facilitator of the event, CFA. And I also use the opportunity to recognize our invited guests here, particularly from the industry. Furthermore, permit me also to recognize some members of the presidential or the federal government delegation to this discussion, starting with the DG of NITDA, Malan Kashifu Inua, EVC of NCC, Professor Omar Garba, Managing Director of Galaxy Backbone, Professor Muhammad Bello Abubakar, Postmaster General of the Federation, Dr. Ismail Adewusi, Managing Director of Niche Comsat, Dr. Abimbola Alale. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, good morning to all of you. And I pray may peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you. Firstly, I begin by appreciating all of you for honoring our invitation to be here. We are not here for a conference or seminar, but we are here for an honest discussion. How to consolidate the gains we have achieved so far. What are the challenges being confronted by the sector? What government needs to do to provide the enabling environment for the sector to continue to develop and progress? It is because of this that we are here on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria. According to the Forbes, there are 6 ingredients for consolidating or building a very successful ecosystem, particularly the digital economy ecosystem. Firstly, how? We need to discuss how can we build, can we consolidate this ecosystem. Number 2, also, there is need for us to understand the market and its challenges. Number 3, we need to map our own market. What is our target within the market? Number 4, there is need for a very strong network. Most probably, some of us here are friends, but they have not been meeting for a long period of time. This could be maybe the first time that they came on one-to-one. So beyond the discussion, we will be able to consolidate our own network. Yesterday when I came here, at least 3 or 4 people came that I couldn't reach you on your phone. Can I have another alternative phone number? So I had to immediately provide an alternative. So this is to show that it is an opportunity for us to re-network. Number 5, they say there is need for working with government. Working with government is number 5 and is key. Government has a role to provide the enabling environment. Government is so proud of all of you. Government is willing to listen to what it can do to make what you have been doing for the sake of humanity and for the sake of the country very successful. And number 6, they say, be honest. Be very honest. I do hope that our discussion here will address these 6 issues, most importantly 4, 5, and 6. you need to keep in touch with your government. Your government is here to listen to you. Also, we need to be honest in our discussion. We are not here to praise ourselves or to praise government. What the sector has achieved is known to all of us here. So we are not here to repeat, but we are here to discuss what do we need to do in order to consolidate what we have achieved so far. In addition, with all sense of humility, this gentle boy is a result-oriented personality. Whatever we discuss here is for implementation. I'm a result-oriented personality. Any policy that is developed, it has been developed for implementation. Any discussion is for implementation. We are not here to discuss, drink tea, and clear the screen and go. We are here to discuss issues and see what government can do. So it is because of this, feel free to be very honest in your discussion. Say your mind. There is no restriction. Whatever you know, if you say it will make the sector to consolidate and achieve more for our country, we are here for it. Some of my colleagues in the parastatals had a very important schedule today. Some of them a very important national assignment, but I had to insist that they must be here in person. Why? Because I don't want them to be represented, particularly the regulatory bodies. An issue may come up that will require regulatory intervention, and I don't want somebody to talk without having the power to implement. It is because of this I insist that our regulators must be here. It is their responsibility to provide the environment on behalf of government and make all of you and all of us very proud and very successful. Part of the regulators here, DG NITDA is here, EVC NCC is here, Postmaster General of the Federation is here. And at the same time, this gentle boy is here to represent the Federal Executive Council. So whatever we discuss here, if it requires the approval of the Federal Executive Council, the sector can be represented by this gentle boy. And I do hope that it will be presented there. So, my friends, we are here for a more robust discussion. As you all know, we have so many policies in place. If there is any challenge you are being confronted with towards the implementation of these policies, let us know. So far, within a period of less than 3 years, we have developed 17 national policies. This is, with all sense of humility, unprecedented in the history of the sector. And up to date, we are not aware of any sector that has developed 17 national policies within 8 years, not within less than 3 years. We are not aware. If there is any, we will appreciate to know. What is most important is not the development of the policy alone. These policies are all being implemented. And in the course of implementing policies, challenges may come up. Challenges will definitely come up. So we are here to know what are the challenges. Yesterday night, I made a statement where I said that from our own angle, we are done with the Nigeria Startup Bill. And I believe most of our friends here are very excited. I had the opportunity of presenting it before the Federal Executive Council. It was approved after a very robust debate. Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice and I were directed to work together to ensure we convey same to the National Assembly. After our gathering yesterday night, the first message I received from Abuja was to notify me that Mr. President has already signed and conveyed to the National Assembly. It was the first message I read while living here. This has been achieved with your support, and we do hope that when we are back to Abuja, we will consult National Assembly. We will lobby them on behalf of all our stakeholders to ensure that within no time, this becomes a law. And there are so many provisions in that bill to address the challenges of the sector. Most importantly, there is going to be a standing council, National Council for Digital Innovation and Entrepreneurship. This council is going to be chaired by Mr. President himself. He is going to be supported by His Excellency the Vice President as the co-chair. Minister of Communications and Digital Economy is going to deputize the President. There are other ministers that the sector needs them. Minister of Finance is a member. Corporate Affairs Commission will be there. FRIS will be there. All these institutions are members of the council. So beside having the bill in place, there is going to be a council, and that council will be meeting quarterly to discuss the challenges being confronted by the sector, and all stakeholders are there. With the approval of the chairman of the council, any other issue will just fall apart. There is also a provision for tax incentive, fiscal incentive. There is a provision for startup labeling. There is a provision for grant by government. There is also national investment startup seed fund. So there are many provisions. There is tax holiday in it. There is grant, there is loan, there is government incentives. So there are many things that will address the challenges being confronted by the sector. Prior to that, the Federal Executive Council has also approved national policy for the development of indigenous content in the telecommunications sector. And that is being implemented now by NCC. And in order to fast-track the implementation, federal government has established a subsidiary under NCC. It's called NODIT, National Office for the Development of Indigenous Content in the Telecommunication Sector. What is most important, the statement being made by Mr. President, President Muhammad Buhari, we don't consider it just literally, but technically. He says, we produce what we eat and we eat what we produce. Technically, this is not restricted to agriculture only. In each and every sector, we need to produce what we eat. And we need to prioritize and give preference to what we produce so that we can consume it. Yesterday, we were in Abuja, in which we witnessed an event of the federal government being facilitated by NCC, where prototypes were presented as part of the grant of federal government to come up with indigenous solutions to our challenges. The prototype of yesterday was more for academia, but our plan now is to bring government by one side, industry by the other side, academia by the other side, so that we can have triple helix index model in place, that the ecosystem, any solution that is going to be developed, let each and every stakeholder be represented so that it will be more effective. I do hope that in the subsequent discussions, we will be able to bring other stakeholders that we can work together to consolidate what we have achieved so far. I am very proud of you. With your commitments and expertise, we have the largest digital economy in Africa today. In addition to that, we have been very successful. We are in the process of deployment of 5G ahead of many other countries that are yet to have commercial 5G after trial in the last 3 or even 4 years. This is not only for government, it's for all of us. And I believe your support, your commitment significantly help in achieving what we have achieved so far. All our efforts are commendable. As they say, the reward of hard work is more work. And I do hope with this discussion, we will open many opportunities for more work to be done by government, by industry, by startups, by our companies, by our academia, by our businessmen, including by our citizens. So we are here for more work. May the Almighty bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.